Yo guys, what is up? Wrestling with Gage here. Thank you for tuning in here on the channel for your Monday Night Raw review for the January 22nd, 2018 Raw 25. The 25th anniversary of Monday Night Raw was last night, and the show itself, there's a lot of people talking about it, and yeah, I'm going to give you my honest review of what I thought about it. There was a few things I really enjoyed, and there was a few things I was like, are you serious? Why? So, let's get into the review right now. So, one major thing I wanted to point out is in this Raw, we had two different Raws. We had the Raw in the Barclays Center, and we had the Manhattan Center, where Raw was for the very first ever Raw. Before we get into any of the review, to the show, I just want to say WWE did a great job on the stage. They made it look just like the Raw, the first ever Raw. And actually, like Sunday night, I went on the network and watched the first ever Monday Night Raw just to see, how it was. And I was like, man, I like that stage. And then they just recreated it. So I thought that was good for them, making that stage up. But I know a lot of people were mad about Monday Night Raw at the Manhattan Center because basically all they had was cruiserweight matches, which I would be mad too because the cruiserweights suck here right now. So, and they paid, I heard those people paid a lot of money to get front row at the Manhattan Center, and honestly WWE should have just had a great show. They should have had the show there instead, but whatever. I'm not WWE. I mean, whatever they want to do, it's their product. But you had Monday Night Raw, at the Barclays Center where they had SummerSlam and all that. So we had Vince McMahon, Shane, and Stephanie McMahon kick off the show. Vince McMahon coming out saying, "I could smell the roses and thank you for 25 years." And he walks back, but Stephanie's like, no, we got more. We got more planned. We had a GoFundMe page. Don't know really why they had a GoFundMe page, and they got a plaque that says 25 years, thanks Vince. And Vince McMahon went from babyface to heel in just a snap, just 1 second. Think about how all I did for you guys, and you get me a plaque. He says, I don't need to thank anybody, not my family. All I gotta think is myself, because I'm the one who did it all by myself. And then you hear the glass break, and all hell is running loose. Out comes Stone Cold Steve Austin in the ring. It's like, oh, good times. What a pop he had, guys. That crowd was screaming, And I was ready for Stone Cold Steve Austin to come out, too. I was sitting there, I was like, Stone Cold's probably going to come out. And I heard the music, and I was like, hey, here we go. It's going down for reals. Vince McMahon says he is a senior citizen, that you can't hit me, I've got arthritis, I'm a senior citizen, but Shane isn't. And then Stone Cold raised his hand, and then what did he do? Delivered a stunner, got some beers, was drinking with Vince, and then he did the stunner to Vince, and then gave a beer to Shane, and once again, he did a stunner to Shane. And you guys need to go watch that. It was the best thing on the show. What an opening for this Raw 25. Stunners for everybody. And Stone Cold Steve Austin opening the beers. What a way to open this show off. So you go from that epic opening to an 8-woman tag match. So the show went, and then 8-woman tag, it just went down. Seriously, how many times are we going to have 6-woman tags, 8-woman tags, 4-woman tags? I'm like, I'm getting tired of it. I had Asuka, Bayley, Mickie James, and Sasha Banks take on the team of Alicia Fox, Nia, Mandy, and, Sonya Deville. Who cares? Sasha's team won. The only thing that was good about this match was at the end when Asuka took out Bayley and all of them, throwing them over the top rope. I thought that was the best thing that came out of this match. So Asuka just dumps everybody off the ropes, and I was like, okay, whatever, make it do it. Then we head back to Manhattan Center, and we have The Undertaker returned. Yes, Undertaker returned after his long break from WrestleMania 33 with Roman Reigns. Don't even get me started with that crap match. That was on. Undertaker comes out and talks about how he is going to put a rest all of his victims that he has conquered over the years. Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, all of them can finally rest in peace. I don't know if that means Undertaker is retiring, really, because I heard a lot of people saying that was a retirement speech. I don't know. If it is, it is. Rumors about him fighting John Cena. I don't know. It could be anything. And then we get some like poker game going on with APA and Heath Slater and Rhino. So every like 20 minutes or so, they go back to that poker game and you see more legends appear, and I'll get into that later. Kurt Angle was there. We had the Coachman come back. Some of the other legends I really don't know about. And then, the Boogeyman returns and has worms and stuff, so that was weird. I don't know why the Boogeyman's here, but the Boogeyman's there. We go back to the Manhattan Center. We have Bray Wyatt versus the Awoken Matt Hardy, which was a waste of time. I mean, the match was 3 minutes. It sucked. And you had Bray Wyatt win. And like I said, I feel bad for those people that got it because they were having 205 Live matches. Undertaker came out for like 4 minutes and talked. And then you had Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt fight, and Matt Hardy lost. I mean, if you're going to build this woken gimmick up, do it right and let Matt Hardy get the win, but I don't know. We had Roman Reigns versus The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. The match was actually pretty decent. Yeah, Roman, on the whole Mizraj, the Mizraj was, distracting Reigns. And while doing that, Miz took off the middle rope turnbuckle off. Referee didn't see that missing because normally they take off the top one and the referee puts it back on. But the Miz was smart enough; he took off the middle rope. And so Roman Reigns gets back in the ring. Roman Reigns looking for the spear, and then Miz hits him. Roman Reigns bounces off a middle turnbuckle into a score crushing finale. 1, 2, 3, and the Miz is your new Intercontinental Champion. Now about this, I do not want the title on Roman Reigns, but now I think we all know where this is heading. And Lord help us if we're gonna do this. But now I don't want to say it, and I don't want it to happen, but I believe it's gonna now turn into Roman Reigns winning the Royal Rumble. Yeah, I know. But Miz, your new Intercontinental Champion, I don't know. I mean, the title back on Miz, but I mean, we'll see what Miz does with it. Hopefully, Miz can actually do something good with the Intercontinental Champion. And hopefully, we can. We had the poker party again. You had the $1 Million Man, the Usos, New Day showing up, Natalia. Basically, the whole thing was, Heath Slater's losing all of his money. He has kids, and he's losing all their money because of a stupid poker game. He caught cheating. So JBL said, hey, we can have this. You guys settle this in a matchup. So yeah, Titus O'Neil and Apollo Crews take on Heath Slater and Rhino. The match, no one won because they, DQ. And then you had the Dudley Boys come out, and the Dudley Boys do a thing. 3D, what's up? Table splash. I was like, that's cool, but it didn't really mean anything. But I don't know, it was just cool seeing someone go through the table with a 3D. One of my favorite tag moves. I think it's a cool move. There. We go up to Elias and Chris Jericho. Yes, Chris Jericho was there for around 2 minutes in this whole show. Didn't go out in the ring. But you had, Chris Jericho talking to Elias and singing a little song about how he doesn't want to walk with Elias. Here's the jizz. You were a stupid idiot, and you just made the list. Man, Jericho's, he's one of my favorites right now. He also had the, Alpha shirt on from New Japan. I know he's going back to New Japan Wrestling. I know Jericho's like the man right now. He's working 2 promotions. It's crazy. He had the Peep Show with Christian, Jason Jordan and Seth Rollins. The Bar came out and interrupted that one. Man, Jason Jordan getting booed out of the building every time he tries to talk.
So we're gonna have that match on Sunday for the tag team championship. I don't really care. I've seen Seth Rollins and Sheamus and Cesaro for like half of 2017, so it really doesn't matter. We had DX and we had Elias come out singing a song in front of Jimmy Fallon. And then you had John Cena come out, interrupting him, and then John Cena does his sort of tackles and goes for the AA, but Elias, does a low blow. John Cena knocked out. What does this mean? I don't really know. I know they're supposed to do a Samoa Joe John Cena feud, but now Samoa Joe out of the Rumble, so they're going to give this to Elias. I don't really mind Elias because right now he looked pretty good. The crowd liked him, and he got John Cena down, so we'll see what happens. DX return, all of them coming out, doing their, what they do. And the next pack came out, and then Scott Hall came out, and then went to commercial break. And I was like, really? Going to commercial break right now? They came back. The club came out, and they all did Too Sweet. And then the Revival came out, and they got buried. They lost to the club. And then you had DX do the moves. You had the Sweet Chin Music, the Pedigree, Billy Gunn and them do their famous and stuff. And Finn Balor did the coup de grace. So it was basically just bury the Revival, which I'm kind of mad about because Revival was a pretty good tag team. And we just did that to them. Then you had Brock Lesnar, Kane, and Braun Strowman at the last part of the show. Them three coming in the ring. You had all the general managers and all the superstars out, around the ring. It just went to a giant war. Brock Lesnar came in there, F5'd Kane. Strowman threw him through the table, power slammed him through the table. Strowman standing tall, getting ready for the Rumble. Basically, that's how the show ended. And I gotta admit, I feel bad for the people that pay that much money to go to the Raw in Manhattan Center, which they only had a few good things. It was cool seeing DX and The Undertaker, but are you really gonna pay $1,000 or that much to see them two? And then, the Raw at the beginning was awesome, and it just went downhill a little bit. The Brock Lesnar and Strowman thing, I thought was cool, seeing Strowman get to the table, or Strowman putting, Lesnar to the table again, but, I think we all know what this is leading to, and hopefully at the Rumble, Roman Reigns doesn't win, John Cena doesn't win, hopefully we get Shinsuke Nakamura and AJ Styles. That's what I'm saying, that's what I'm hoping for. But as your Monday Night Raw review for the 25th anniversary, don't forget to follow me down below, and I'll see you guys for your SmackDown Live review. Did you guys enjoy the show? I thought it was alright. Alright, see you next week.